this is Nikki from Nikki Say Now, and I'm back with another episode for Simply Tea Time. This is going to be the interview is going to be my 5th episode. This is my 6th episode.
It is?
Wow.
Yeah, this is my 6th episode for Simply Tea Time. And I have a special guest with me. This is a guest not from afar. This is a guest from close.
From around the corner.
Yeah. And this is my best guy friend, Jose. Say hello, Jose.
Hello.
And today we are be drinking his special sweet tea that he made.
I can't taste it because of those mangoes I ate.
Yeah. He got dried mango. He tried the dried mango chili mango. That I got from Costco.
I recommend them.
So the last episode I had a special guest too. I'm gonna reveal it on this episode because I'm already gonna put that video out. It was the special guest was Dale Phillips, and he owns an online store. Online clothing brand called Black Gambit.
Yeah, Black Gambit.
And I got a chance to interview him and him talk about a lot about his brand and the story behind his brand. And we had different we talked about different kinds of topics, music, cultural, racial discrimination, cultural discrimination, a lot of that, because it was related to what his brand represented. So that's what I got a chance to talk about, and hopefully he is a returning guest on my podcast, Simply Tea Time. And Jose and I are going to be talking about cultural differences and cultural similarities, me being in an Asian background and him being in a Hispanic background.
Yeah, I could say Hispanic.
Yeah. And we're going to be talking about our differences and our similarities. And we might do a little bit of smash or pass in this podcast.
They're right behind dinner.
So I printed out these 2 signs, and we did this during our mukbang as well. It's the smash or pass. And then, since we're going to do cultural differences and similarities, I'm going to do smash or pass Hispanic version.
Hispanic version? What's that?
So, I'm going to throw out some Hispanic celebrities to you.
Right now?
And then you're going to throw out Asian celebrities to me. You know a lot of Asian celebrities.
No, I don't.
Then what we're gonna do is go on
Bruce Lee. Does that count?
Pass.
Oh.
No, I'm not into. Okay, we'll then talk about that in a little bit.
I mean, it's okay not to be into your own people. That's fine. I mean, a man, it's like I was raised. It doesn't matter who you're gonna. Whoever you fall in love with, you're gonna fall in love with. It doesn't matter if they're what they are. I mean, we're all one race with the human race. So it's like whatever.
There's not much Hispanic celebrities out there.
There are. What are you looking at?
This is all that popped up.
There's more than that, though. See, Hispanic, you gotta put Latinos, I think. Let's just do the cultural differences first.
Wait, let me find. Okay, I got a lot for you then. Okay. So, cultural differences. He's still learning about the Lao culture. A lot of people Like in my videos, like I talked more about my ethnicity on that video on my Nikki Say It Now YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go subscribe and hit the notification bell for that. I talked about my ethnicity to my viewers. I am Laos and I am Asian American. Asian is my race, American is my nationality. So tell me more about your ethnicity, your race, and your nationality. Because I really like to distinguish them just because most people, and this is why race, I feel like this is why racism, this is why ignorance gets, gets started with the ignorance and stuff gets started because they don't know about race, they don't know about ethnicity, and they don't know about nationality, and they don't know the difference. I've got countless of times where they say, "Are you Chinese or are you Asian?" Well, I was like, Asia is a continent. Asia is a continent, and Chinese is an ethnicity. Asia. I was like, Asia is a continent, so they don't really have the prior knowledge of it.
It's a big continent.
Yeah. And they don't really have the prior knowledge. And there was this girl called It's Lovely Mimi. Not really a big fan of her. I follow her just because she's a fellow Asian like me. But there's some things that she says that, even though she's very obnoxious, there's a lot of things that she said that really make sense. So she was just like, that time when the Asian people did get harassed because when there was the start of the corona, especially a lot of these elderly Asian people that don't know much English, don't know much.
Well, they're being harassed now.
It's resurfacing now.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's resurfacing.
And it's not because it's older people.
It's older people who don't know why they're getting harassed because they don't know much English. These are the elderlies that have their kids translate for them. And so what I wanted you to do is distinguish your race, your ethnicity, and your nationality, because I want it to get in people's heads what nationality means, what ethnicity means, and what race is. So, race, ethnicity, and nationality.
Okay, well, I'm Caucasian on my birth certificate. That's what it says.
Really?
We're considered Caucasian.
You guys are considered Caucasian? Isn't Mexican your race? Or Spanish your race? No, Spanish your race.
Spanish is not a race. Spanish is... Yeah.
But Mexican is a race.
Is it?
Isn't there, you could check Mexican as a race?
No, on birth certificate, I'm Caucasian.
Okay,
that's my race.
Your race is Caucasian.
My nationality is Mexican American, and my the other ones my people are from Mexico.
So your ethnicity is
Mexican, because my people are from Mexico.
What part of Mexico?
I don't know, from all over, I guess. No, my dad's from Durango, Mexico, the state. He was born in Durango. But my mom's people, they came to the United States in 1903 from, I think they came from a state called Coahuila. And they came on the train.
So, because, yeah.
What?
So they don't call, because I distinguish myself as, so we have different dialects in Laos, right? So we distinguish us in like Lao Lu because of our dialect. So do you guys distinguish yourself by,
Yeah, because in Mexico, you have the people like Durango is considered like a northern state. Like all the states I told you are north. They're from the north part of Mexico.
Yeah.
And then there's the people from the central, and then there's people from like the south that are closer, like, like the Yucatan Peninsula. They're yeah. they're considered different.
Oh.
And then the people that live like the people that live on the border, they're a whole different. Even though they're Mexican, they're a whole different. Because they're like, since they live on the border between the United States and Mexico, it's like a whole different cultural thing.
Oh, different dialect as well.
Well, not dialect of Spanish, but they it's just that like traditions and stuff is different because since they share the border with Mexico and America, they have different. It's different.
Oh, it's a different culture.
Yeah,
different
it's like
food.
it's like going from the south in the United States to going to the north. You know, it's different.
Yeah.
We're both Americans, but they're distinctly different. You know, regions because of the states and different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't really distinguish yourself as like how I see it as okay. So my mom is from Mung Sing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a city in Laos, and mostly people in Mung Sing they speak Lao Lu. They're Lao Lu people. So you don't have that in Mexico where it's just like you don't
Because they all speak Spanish, but they have different, different sayings, different words. It's just regional. But since I'm not really like a Mexican, all I know is the border. I can't really say that much because, like I said, like my mother's people, they came to the United States in 1903. My great grandmother came here in 1903 when she was 5 years old to Texas. So.
Oh, so yeah, you mentioned that you were like a Tex-Mex. What they call them?
Yeah, Tejanos. Yeah, my grandma always say she's a Tejana.
Tex-Mex.
She's a Texan.
They call
she's
them
a Texan.
But what they call it like Tex-Mex, right? The people who are Mexican that live in Texas.
Well, Tex-Mex is like the cultural thing.
Yeah, you said that you were Tex-Mex.
Yeah, my grandma would say Tejano, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's people who came to Texas.
Yeah, my people have been here. My grandmother was born in the United States. Just my great grandmother wasn't born in the United States. She was born in Cahuila, I think.
Oh, so where's Cahuila?
Somewhere near Texas.
Oh.
I don't know. It's border. It's that way. But yeah, like I said, she came on the train. They came on the train.
So I think that's the difference between our culture. Is like, you don't distinguish your guys's, what you guys are specifically based on your dialect.
No, there's not no real. I mean, I'm sure there's a dialect, like how those people from the south speak, how that southern accent. I'm sure there's like different, but they all speak Spanish.
Okay. Yeah, we all speak Laos, but we distinguish ourselves by our dialect. Like Lao Lu is us, how we speak Laos. But when we go to Vientiane, which is the capital of Laos, they distinguish themselves as a Vientiane, Lao Vientiane, because that's their dialect.
Well, from my understanding, most Mexicans, they distinguish themselves from just the state that they're from. So like they say, oh, I'm from, Durango, or I'm from Monterrey, or like if I'm from Mexico City, they'll say they're like, there's a word for them that they use for the people from Mexico City. That's how I think they distinguish themselves. Because they'll say, oh, I'm from, Guadalajara. That's a city in Mexico. I think that's how they distinguish themselves as different. Because like they say, like I know people say, oh, I'm from Puebla, the state of Puebla. Yeah.
Okay. And then our clothing is different as well. Our clothing is very different. And of course, our clothing is different. Lao clothing is more of it's like you've seen it. I showed you Lao clothing before.
Oh yeah.
With those long skirts that are patterned and stuff. And
pretty colors.
Yeah.
bright colors. Yeah.
Very colorful, very pretty. They have like gold threads. You know what I mean? And they actually are made of silk. They actually have.
Which makes sense.
They make the silk with the silkworms.
Which makes sense because since that's such a hot region, silk keeps you cool.
Yeah. And the Mexican outfits are very different as well.
Yeah,
So, what do you guys wear when you guys get married? Like the traditional Mexican wedding dresses.
just a white dress. Like
Like-
they'll wear a white dress, and the guys wear a tuxedo. Like here.
Or like over here, like the same thing over here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the only thing they just have like different what do you call it? You know, since most of them are Catholic, they like go get married through the church, and they have different.
So you guys don't have a specific dress wear?
No,
No.
it's Western, I guess you would say. Well, no, because it varies from state to state, too. Because like if you're from the northern regions, they kind of dress, you know, like Western cowboy.
Oh, okay.
But if you go more into like the cities, they dress more, you know, urban, casual, and not casual, but you know, like dressed up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, our traditional wedding, we sit on the floor. We have this big tree-like thing. It's like, it looks like, I'll show you. We call it the money tree or whatever. No, we don't call it the money tree. I don't know what we call it actually. And it goes like this. And I'll show you guys in the image when I edit. They have it in the middle. We're praying, and then there's usually someone older that knows how to say the words. And it's like Buddha's word because we're Buddhist.
Oh, one thing about like in Mexico, I know this much: the bride's family doesn't pay for the wedding. It's the groom's family pays for the
dowry.
wedding. Huh?
Is it called dowry?
No, they pay for the wedding. The groom family. Like, say, where you're not getting married.
Oh, it's bride wealth.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's called bride wealth when the groom has to give something to the bride. That's
yeah,
bride
well, they
wealth.
pay for the groom pays for the wedding. So all the bride really, all of like the family, I think they only provide is the dress and maybe the reception area. But that's
Is it
about
called bride wealth?
You mean a dowry?
No, dowry is when the bride's family pays for the wedding.
Yeah, it's opposite. In Mexico,
So it's bride wealth.
yeah, I guess the groom pays for the wedding.
Yeah, the groom has to give something to the bride. Yeah.
Yeah, he does give because they present him with some coins or something like that in the wedding.
Okay,
I've never seen it myself because I haven't really been to a traditional wedding. But I know my aunt told me that they do present them with some coins, some gold coins.
that they have to give to the bride's family, right?
Yeah, the groom gives it to the bride.
That's bride wealth.
Yeah.
So for engagements, like traditional engagement for Mexicans, does the groom or the guy have to give something to the bride's family in order for to ask for the hand in marriage?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You should find that out because that's called bride's wealth, and I think that is a similarity for us if you guys actually do that, because for Lao people, if a person wants to ask for my hand in marriage, for example, then the groom has to, or the guy has to give something to the parents to ask for the hand in marriage. That's bride wealth. Dowry is something totally different where the bride family has to pay for the wedding.
Yeah. No, in
And
Mexico's the groom pays for the wedding.
and actually that happens in India, dowry.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were to get divorced, then the bride's family would have to pay. No, the groom's family has to pay the money back
Supposedly, but
to.
do they really pay it back?
Then it's gonna be shameful to their family. Like, you didn't really pay us
Yeah.
back, really.
So both our cultures are similar because the women is a value, it's an asset,
Yeah.
and not
So
just.
we believe in we both believe in bride wealth, which is a good thing. I'm not against bride wealth because it's like you raise your kid, you raise your daughters or sons. I mean, not you
Well,
raise.
yeah, well, a woman's an investment. I mean, she's gonna take care of your kids, your house. She's gonna keep you fed and clothed and
Yeah.
you know.
And no, I think of it as like your parents, the parents raise the daughter
Mm-hmm.
up, and it's like they need to get something for it. It's just like they're not gonna hand their daughter just for free. Daughters, they're more fragile than sons. And I'm gonna talk about double standards later on, but we they do treat daughters differently than they do treat sons.
Mm-hmm.
There
Yeah,
is a
they do.
difference. So they're more fragile and they're more of a protection to fathers, protecting their daughter. So it's kind of like, what are you gonna give me, so I could get?
Well, I mean, like
My
in
da-
Mexico, daughters are not seen. They're not. They're not. They're not unwanted. I guess one would say. Like
Yeah.
like in India and China, the daughters are not wanted. They want sons, right? But in Mexico, it's like, yeah, if they have a girl, the firstborn, if it's a girl, it's okay.
But then if they get
It's not
sons, if they get sons in India, then they would have to pay for the wedding. So it would be
So-
paying. They would be.
It's not. So women are not considered. They're not. They're in assets. They're not considered. They're not considered as a.
What you mean?
Yeah, women are considered as assets. They're not considered as They're like in India or China where they they throw away their daughters. They get rid of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's not
It's just
say
sad.
assets. Just say they are valuable.
Yeah, they're valuable. They're considered value. They're not
Yeah.
considered a. Maybe we could edit that out.
Yeah, similarities is we both believe in bride wealth. Differences is our religion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Buddhist religion, and he is.
A Christian?
Okay, most of Mexicans there are Catholic though.
Yeah, the majority are Catholics, yeah.
So that is the predominant religion. You would say predominant.
I would say.
Yeah, religion, and us Buddhist is the predominant religion in Laos. We believe in a branch called Tevara. And yeah, I've been practicing Buddhism since I was a little kid. Like, I have a choice to change my religion, and my mom never really stopped me from wanting to change my religion. But I just feel that, the meaning of Buddhism, I really like the concept of it, and me learning about my religion really made me open my eyes and made me want to believe in it more. So I'm like, I didn't really want to change it, even though I had a choice to. Okay. So, the food.
Mm-hmm.
The food is a little bit similar because we both like spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Laos.
Well, chilies do come from Mexico,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but there is a thing called in our language, our culture called gel,
Uh-huh.
and it's a chili paste. Like you guys make your salsas and everything, like that. and then you guys roast sometimes for your salsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you roast the peppers sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen people boil the peppers and then blend it.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, but I've seen people roast it, and it's actually tastes better. The salsa tastes better roasted.
Yeah, salsa tastes better.
And gel actually is similar to salsa because gel is we roast our peppers for gel too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, and I'm gonna show you guys in an image. And you're gonna be like, oh my god, it looks like salsa. So this is gel. This is tomato gel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks like that salsa that they give that for chips and dip in the restaurants.
Yeah. And then this is...
Oh, that's something similar because you guys use a lot of tomato too in your cooking. Right?
Yeah, the spicy papaya salad.
Yeah.
And another thing, we do like to eat spicy papaya salad. That is like a main dish of ours in Laos. And you guys like to eat papaya, but you guys like to eat papaya different. Do you like to eat papaya like how we like to eat it? You know how I like to eat a papaya salad where it's not ripe?
No.
You guys never do that?
I ate it before, like the way you gave it to me before.
I know, but do you eat it like... Is
no,
there any Mexican...
when it's ripe.
It's only when it's ripe?
Yeah, I don't particularly like papaya.
Okay.
I mean, it's good in a pico de gallo fruit.
So that's a similarity that, you know,
That's
a
good.
lot of Mexicans, they like papaya, but they like it sweet. But we like papaya, we like it not ripe, and we like to make it into make it as a papaya salad. Again, I'm going to spicy papaya salad. Oh my gosh, we always eat that, and we eat it with vermicelli noodles with a bunch of veggies. We eat it with pork grinds. Another similarity within our food is pork grinds, and you call it
Chicharrones.
chicharrones.
Yeah.
And we call it nang mu. Nang mu is pork skin in our language. If it's we do eat beef skin.
You do?
Yeah, and we call it nang bong. Nang bong is actually the beef skin, and then we dry it to make it to have it hard, and then we'll fry it, and when it fries it makes it really big like that.
What do you do with the fur?
We take it off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So we eat cow skin, but we call it nang bong, and we eat it with, you know, the cow soy. That's a Lao dish as well, is cow soy. He actually tasted my mom's cow soy. It was really good. You eat the nang bong, the beef skin, with the cow soy.
Oh.
It's really good with the cow soy. And we eat the cow soy with a different kind of vegetables. Another thing that kind of was similar, I love with the Mexican food is the soup. You know I love this.
Oh yeah, the caldo de res.
The caldo de res, but it kind of tastes like pho. Pho is very popular in Laos as well. It's a Vietnamese noodle dish. If you guys haven't had pho, make sure you guys try it. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, the caldo de res is good.
But the caldo de res broth really tastes like the pho broth.
Well, it's because of the bone.
Yeah, the bone.
Yeah, because of the flavor.
So I kind of taste the similarity to that.
Except that one with the green beans, I never had it with green beans. Caldo de res with green beans.
I kind of like the green beans.
But I guess to each
I
their
don't
own.
like the potatoes in it.
The potatoes are the best part. With a little bit of lemon.
I don't like the potatoes in it. I would take out the potatoes.
No, I wouldn't. No, you have to have the potatoes in there. Otherwise,
I like a lot of meat.
Otherwise, it's not going in this.
I like a lot of meat in the caloras. And actually, the way you guys do the beef in the caldo de res, the meat, is how we do the meat for our pho.
That's what you
So
said.
you know the soft beef texture. We do that with our pho, and then we call it sin boy. Sin boy means it's like soft beef meat, and we cut it up and we'll have it with our pho.
Yeah, all this sounds good.
So I have that has a similarity to pho. So whenever I miss eating pho or eating my mom's pho, I always order caldo de res because it's similar. That's a similarity. Another similarity is, you guys like to eat jicama a lot.
Jicama's good. Can you eat jicama too?
We put it in pho.
No.
It
Was there jicama when you made the pho for me? I don't remember that.
Oh, I never made pho for you.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to really make pho. My mom knows how to make pho, and I think she put jicama in her pho. But a lot of people, they put jicama in their pho.
Yeah, jicama's good.
Another thing, a cultural difference is we don't eat cactus.
Oh.
That's why I was like, whenever we went to the Mexican grocery store, I would literally be like, what do you do with these cactuses?
Oh, yeah.
What's it good for you for?
Huh?
Like, what's
it's nutritious.
What's the health benefits?
It's enriched in fiber. There's, I don't know, a lot of vitamins and stuff in it. It's really good for you. I personally like the prickly pears, the tunas. Those are good. It's the fruit from the cactus. Those are good. In the summertime, my grandma, she used to put them in the freezer for a little while.
Are those the pink things? The pink things that grow on the cactus?
Those are good.
Those are fruits?
You can eat them. Yeah, those are good.
See, that's a cultural difference right there.
It's delicious.
That is
Except here in the market, you get them real small, but like in Mexico, you can get them a bigger size. Good. They're good. The prickly pears are good.
And our fruits are different too. Our fruits are really different. We eat rambutan. We eat I don't know if they grow them in Laos, but they grow them in Thailand.
What?
The smelly fruit, the durian fruits.
I know what you're talking about.
We eat that. That's exotic as well. We eat jackfruit. We eat sour mangoes as well. But I think that's a similarity. You guys eat sour mangoes, right?
We eat mangoes, yeah.
But they're usually sweet. I think that's a cultural difference. We eat it sour, not ripe. And we have this special dipping sauce for them. I'm actually going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you a picture of what he's talking about. The fruit of the cactus fruit.
The prickly pears.
Yeah, this is sour mango, and I'm going to show him right now. Sour mango with chili sauce.
Pears are good. It's just as good with a nice cold watermelon.
So this is really how we eat it. So this is not
mango.
Yeah, and this is the chili sauce for it. It has fish sauce, and it has ground. You know how we call it kao kuo, which is kao kuo is we we not roast the we put the sticky rice in the pan, uncooked sticky rice, and we make it a little bit brown. I think it's roasting.
Yeah, it's roasting.
Yeah, we roast it, and then once it turns like a brown color, then
The rice?
we blend it. And it really smells good. It especially smells good when you're making a little bit, and then you're just using it for. But my mom usually makes a lot and puts it in a jar and puts it in the fridge. But my mom said if you make it fresh and you just make it a little bit of it fresh, and you put it on your food, it really brings. It really smells your food. And so we put that in that chili sauce for the sour mango, and then we call it.
It's aromatic.
Uh-huh.
The sauce.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it smells real good. It's aromatic.
Yeah. And we put the chili powder. When we call it chili powder, we call it makpetbun. And I think that's our similarity, because your guys' chili powder kind of looks like our chili powder. And we use the dried chili as well.
Well, we almost use the same chilies.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have different names for them. Because remember, we went to the market, you're like, what do you use this for? And I said, oh, this is what you use for, like, for menudo and stuff. Like, you can make enchilada sauce. Remember?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, we use this for whatever.
Yeah.
It was the same chili.
But your guys' chili, because the one that I bought at the Mexican grocery store wasn't even spicy at all.
Which one?
The one that I got.
The powdered one?
Yeah.
I told you it might not be, remember? I said, because I don't know what it is.
My mom's chili powder is spicier than that. So that's a difference. But there are chili powders Mexican chili powders that are spicy, really spicy. So I think I just bought the wrong one. But yeah, my mom's chili powder, it's really spicy because she doesn't take out the little seeds in it.
Oh, maybe that's why too. But we always take out the seeds. The seeds have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want seeds.
I think that's a little bit similar. I mean, a difference. But and then she blends it all, but she keeps the seeds. And we put that in this chili paste for the sour mango, and it's so delicious. Actually, I made it for you once, the chili paste for the sour mango.
Yeah, I just tasted it. It was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't so hot though.
I didn't make it hot for you.
Oh.
And
thank you.
we used that for sour. I told you we use that for sour plums and stuff. We eat sour plums. That's the thing. I think that's the difference, because you said you've never ate the little sour plums.
Yeah.
Yeah, we eat that with the chili paste, and it's really good during summer. Another cultural difference is desserts. When we're talking about food, our desserts we use coconut milk in. So we have this thing called namwan, which is coconut milk, and then Lao desserts. So it's kind of like this. And then we have like different tapioca stuff in this. And it's like coconut milk, sugar, and all that stuff. And I'll show you on the images. It's really hard to describe when talking about it. But it looks like this. It's sweet coconut. And it's really good. And then some people put ice in it to make it cold. A lot of people like to eat it cold. Some people like to eat it warm. I don't know why the other people like to eat it warm, but I like to eat it cold.
I like to eat it cold too.
Oh my gosh, I wish you could like come visit me, like visit my mom.
Mm-hmm. I know you
With
keep
me.
saying that, like.
She'll make nawan for you. Her
I should-
nawan is so good. And we have Lao desserts like we have the you know how the Chinese have the sesame balls.
Those are good. I like those.
We eat that. We eat this thing called um um kanom kok.
Mm-hmm.
Kanom kok is, and I'll show you guys in the images what it looks like. Kanom kok, you get the things that Japanese people use it, and it's that little pan thingy that has the holes,
Mm-hmm.
and what they make is a dish like a snack. We make a dessert out of with that pan. Do you know what the pan I'm talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
The ones that you can make pancake balls with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we use that for this. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. Phnom Coke pan. It's this.
Mm-hmm.
It's these kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the holes. And my mom, this is actually my mom's favorite dessert. And it does have coconut milk in it. Again, our desserts have a lot of coconut milk. And I think it stems from the Thai desserts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we share the same desserts as Thai people. Your guys' desserts, he knows me. I love the tres leches.
Mm-hmm.
I love, love, love. And you guys have flan.
Mm-hmm.
And what else do you guys have?
Pan dulce.
What is that?
Sweet bread.
Oh yeah, the ones that are they always sell at the Mexican grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I tasted
And
them.
then
Those
there's
are really
just
good.
regular stuff like cakes like here and stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's just different, but it's I don't think they're really big on desserts. They do like a lot of gels, Jello and stuff.
Oh, Jello, like flan.
Well, no,
Like flan.
flan's like custard, but Jello, like gelatin, like the Jello molds and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like I think how the Filipinos do those creamy, those milk Jellos, tin molds and stuff. You've seen it.
Jello, Filipino, Jello desserts. Like that?
Like that.
Oh, okay.
They do stuff like that.
But a lot of the Philippines is heavily influenced by the Spanish.
But I don't like desserts. Not like
And I bet you that
they're not really heavy like on desserts.
Oh.
Well, at least like in my family, my grandma's family, when I would go down there wouldn't be like we wouldn't eat desserts. I mean, we had like pan dulce and there would be occasional cookies and stuff, but that was only for like coffee in the evening or in the morning.
Oh, okay.
But never like really like desserts. Like how over here, like there's pies and cakes and over there, no, not really.
I think it's kind of like, I don't know if you know, but like, if you know this about Mexicans, but like Lao people, they're not really big on desserts as well, but when we do desserts, it's heavily has coconut milk in it. But when Lao people, they're finished with their meals, they eat fruits as a dessert. Like, my mom's so used to eating fruits after meals because that's what she did in Laos. They always had watermelons, apples, stuff like that after desserts. A lot of people, they were living poor in Laos, so they had to they couldn't really afford like the desserts I was talking about. You know what I mean? They really can't afford that. Like, they can't go out and buy it all the time, So fruits were cheaper than the desserts, so they would just eat fruits to get like the sweetness.
Yeah.
After.
No, I don't remember. I don't really remember.
So I was
eating
wondering if
desserts like that. Not like Western desserts. Not like how they have it here.
but I was wondering if like in Mexico they're like that too. You know how in Laos we eat fruit as a form of dessert after a meal.
Mm-mm. We have fruit. I mean, we'll eat fruits. There's always fruits. I remember always having fruits, like, for a snack and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There'll always be fruits. Oranges, mangoes, bananas, watermelon when it's season.
Actually, the fruit that you said that is on a cactus,
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the most exotic fruit that you told me that from Mexico because I never knew that you could eat that fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other exotic fruits in Mexico that I've never heard of?
Not that. Oh. There was one that we used to eat called guamuchile. It was like some kind of pod that grew on a tree. That was good. We used to eat it as a kid.
That grew on a tree.
Uh-huh.
A pot?
Pod. Like a seed pod.
Oh.
And then you would open it. It was a brown seed pod. You would open it up and the flesh was kind of like white.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. It was kind of like, yeah.
And what is it called?
Guamuchile? I don't even know how to spell it.
Maybe she'll know when you say it.
You think so?
Say, hey Siri.
Hey Siri, look up guamuchile.
Hey Siri. Look up guamuchile.
Okay, I found this on the web for Y Mosley. Check it
No.
out.
No.
There's that. That was good.
You don't know the English term for it?
Mm-mm. Because I only know it as...
Guamuchile.
It was brown.
Guamuchiles? Like chilies?
No, guamuchile.
Like this?
Oh, hey, that's what it is right there. Look. Let me see. Uh-huh.
They call it the tamarind. Wait, let me see. They call
Yep,
it...
we used to eat those.
And it's sweet?
Mm-hmm. It's not real sweet. It's kind of like, it's kind of like eating, how I can describe it. It's good, though.
So that's how you smell it. Guamuchiles.
Uh-huh.
So guamuchiles. That's how you spell it. And I will have these images of all these, what we're talking about.
See, this is the one we used to eat. It's kind of like brown. Yep.
So another topic we're going to do is cultural differences within,
Oh, well, mooch. What's that? Yeah. We
yeah.
used to eat those. Funny, I thought they were brown. Oh, yeah, they're like that. They're like that. So good. That's exotic, I guess.
Yeah, I never... It looks like tamarind. And it's grown on a tamarind tree, I assume.
I guess so.
And another cultural difference I wanted to talk to you about was I'm drawing a blank.
There you went.
I'm drawing blanks.
Like how they treat country people versus the city people?
No.
Okay. Skin color?
No.
Okay.
Oh, let's talk about that because
What?
there's certain parts of Mexico where they're lighter than some people other people in Mexico. Like if you go to Guadalajara, a lot of people from Guadalajara are lighter skin. That's the same as Laos too. If you go to the south of Laos, they're more darker skin than the north of Laos. Like when you see Lao Lut people, they're usually a lighter skin than you know the people are like Lao. I think Lao Tung or Lao. Tai Tai, Lao Tai Tai, and then they're more of a darker skin. So my mom is more of a lighter complexion than my dad is, because he's Lao Tai Tai, and my mom is Lao Lu.
Oh.
But I've got the lighter complexion from my mom. Now I think that when my little sisters and my big sister gets dark, because I don't ever get dark, I think they get that from my dad's side because he's a darker complexion. So from where you're from, are you guys considered like a darker complexion or a lighter complexion?
We're medium. I'm medium.
No, during summer you would get dark.
Huh?
Darker, you get tan, dark.
But not that dark.
Yeah, not that dark.
But, Mexico, were so many people there. I mean, the French were there, the Spaniards were there, Irish people came.
So you think that
German.
the people who are lighter complexion, you think that they're mixed?
Yeah, we're all mixed. We're mixed people. We're mixed race. We have indigenous blood in us. We have European blood in us. We have African blood in us. I mean, the Spaniards themselves are mixed people because they have the Moors, which are Arab. They came from Africa, so
Yeah.
So we're just mixed. And then I think the color thing, that's colonialism, and I don't really try to practice it too much. But I mean, like, we do get, like, my grandma was dark. They used to call her La Negra, and she was dark. And that's just what it is. But she had two daughters that were light skinned. Well, you see my mom is light skinned. You see my sister, she's light skinned. So it just depends on the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
So, but I embrace my ethic, my line, my lineage. So I know somewhere along the line, you cannot be a Mexican and say you don't have indigenous blood in you. Because that's false. You cannot be a Mexican and say you don't have black blood in you, because the black people have been in Spain since Roman times. See, and that's a falsehood to say that you're European, because there's not that many people. Even Americans can't say that they're all Europeans, because once you get here, you become mixed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Didn't you tell me about you said something about, I think we were discussing over the phone, our many conversations over the phone, but you said something about there was this lady, these two couples that they were Irish immigrants. Remember?
Huh?
Something about how there was a show you watched.
Oh,
And
you're
then,
talking about that show Roots. Your Roots are on PBS.
yeah. And then
About
the
how
lady found out that her
grandmother was an illegal alien,
and
she was from Ireland.
yeah.
What about
Found-
that?
And then you were just saying a really good point that you were discussing, saying that she was an Irish,
Mm-hmm.
completely white, and she too was an illegal alien. Like she
Yeah,
was
she
an
got her
immigrant.
citizenship revoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she had to apply again. And they forgave her and give her citizenship.
So guys, you guys have to know why. The reason why I wanted to talk about cultural differences and similarities between us both, we being minorities. But you know, American, you know, white people. I don't want to be racial here, but white people, and I discussed it with Dale Phillips in our interview as well, that um, that I think that the reason why a lot of white people are racist is because they don't know their own identity.
No, and they forget because if you look in American history, the Irish people were hated when they immigrated here because they were Catholic and they were from Ireland.
Yeah.
The Germans were hated people.
Mm-hmm.
They even had a lot of people, a lot of German descendants during World War II. They changed their names and they stopped speaking German and yeah. I mean, there was a whole German culture in the Midwest that no longer exists because of the of World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like you're saying, it's if you know where you. It's like my great grandmother used to say: if you know where you come from, you know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true because
I don't think they have. I'm not talking about the older generations. I'm talking about the newer generations. They don't know
no,
their
but that's what I'm
identity.
saying. If you know where you come from, you know that everybody's family has skeletons in the closet,
Uh-huh.
and everybody who was immigrated here to the United States, were at one point in time were hated, were
Uh-huh.
despised on by other people here that are
But
already here in the States.
but all I'm saying is that these newer generations, because these older generations refuse to accept their identity, they then I believe it's brainwash, or they condition their kids to to practically believe that they're just American
Well, we are
people.
American, but as an American, we have to realize that we are not, that we are everything.
Yeah, but
That
they
we're
don't
not,
realize it. They
that
don't.
there's very few people who can actually say, I'm Anglo-Saxon all the way from England
Yeah.
in America. It's because that's not true. There's very few Americans who could say, my people were here before the 1600s.
Yes. So it's just like a lot of things has to do with the
No.
parenting and the parents conditioning their kids. Because I don't think that, these newer generations not knowing their identity, I blame it on the parents.
Yeah.
I
The
blame it on
parents.
I blame it on the parents conditioning their kids to just not want to know about their identity, or they're not teaching their kids the history of where they came from.
See, but that's how lucky we are because we are minorities. We can't run away from not knowing who we are.
Yeah, because we
I mean,
have
you
to know.
can, but once you're brown or Asian, whatever, you can't run away from that because white people, people are going to always remind you that you are not white.
Yeah. So we do have to, I think, accept our ethnicity more and our history more, and accept who we are more, so we get prepared for what's coming for us in this world. And it's sad. It really is. And I really hope that they stop harassing these Asians, because we are not the start of the coronavirus. Not all Asians are start of coronavirus, and you do not have prior knowledge of even where the coronavirus started. So don't give me that. I'm very enraged because there's a lot of these elderly Asian people that are not even getting verbally attacked; they're physically getting attacked.
Well, it's just not right. It's wrong.
So it's kind of like we have to prepare and condition ourselves, and that's why our parents taught us where we came from, what our culture is, surround us with.
Well, I mean, we're
around our
lucky
culture.
because we're bicultural, so we're able to accept both our cultures, both being
The American culture
and
then-
our culture from our grandparents.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
and that's the way it should be. And a lot of people, have lost that, and it's sad. And sometimes it's not their fault, and sometimes it is their fault.
I think it's ignorance, but it's ignorance because they don't have prior knowledge of any culture. You really have to be open-minded when we talk about our culture differences, our cultural similarities. We're actually teaching you, but we're teaching the people who are open-minded about these things. And once you're open-minded and you travel around the world, you see the world in a very different way. There are two types of travelers, okay? I believe that is. And Bart talks about it. I watch Bart and Gio a lot. And Bart talks about it. Bart says that there are travelers that just want to go to a destination to go party. And just go party everywhere. And there are other travelers where they like to go and see museums. They like to see old artifacts from different countries. They like to eat different foods that they never tried and wear different clothing that they never wore before. And then he was like, never, because he said one time he told us a story of when he went to go somewhere in Europe with this girl, and then she thought that she was the same traveler as him, wanted to go to different monuments and stuff, but all she wanted to do was go to a country and just party.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like you got to
But
travel
there's
with
more to life than just partying.
You got to travel with someone that wants to do what you want to do. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't want to go party.
There's nothing wrong with partying, but I mean, there's more to life than partying.
Yeah,
If
I
you're
know,
just
but I know there's nothing wrong with partying. It's just like they just didn't have the same mindset
Yeah, no,
when
that's what I'm
traveling.
saying. It's like, no, I agree with you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like you miss out. If you're just gonna party, you just in a country. I mean, you could party anywhere.
But you still could you still could offend someone when you're partying. Maybe you meet someone foreign and you say the wrong thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So you really still, even if you go out to a country and just want to party, you're still going to meet foreigners.
Yeah, and you miss out. Really, you miss out on
Learning about.
learning about people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even though we're different, we're very similar.
We're similar, like we're talking about our cultural similarities. There's some similarities to the Mexican culture and the Lao culture. I could, if I were to like, that I know a little bit of Spanish, because our dialects, like, once I get my dialect down, your dialect is like kind of similar.
Now you hear the rhythm.
Yeah, the rhythm of it. Like, I know, me gusta huele la frecuencia en tu piel. I know how to sing the Spanish song from Louis Fonsi,
Oh yeah,
which is Que quieres de mí.
you have so much practice.
I always belch out that song. I absolutely love that song. I do love Romeo Santos. That's why Jose always jokes around with me when he say that I was like, I'm Asian, but but I think I was supposed to be born like Mexican or something or
Probably.
Spanish. It's because I love Spanish food. I love Mexican food.
What's in that you love?
I love Romeo Santos, but I know that's Dominican. That's not Mexican. Full Mexican. So yeah, a lot of Mexican guys are cute. I would say.
The short ones.
But anyways, no, I like the tall guys. The tall guys. But the Spanish language is, I feel like this is a big cultural difference of language. Lao language is not very romantic.
Oh.
But
Spanish is.
yeah, the Spanish language is romantic, guys. It's very romantic.
Oh, look at her. Cool down, girl.
It's very
Is that
romantic.
what melts your butcher?
No, I would love a guy to speak freaking Spanish to me all freaking day. And you guys' music is very, every time you guys sing, it's very passionate. Very passionate. Like you guys are giving your all. And our music, we have Marlam, that's our genre. Marlam. And then Lambong.
It has a nice rhythm to it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It's not very romantic and passionate.
Well, it's not
like
romantic,
yours.
but I mean, you can dance to it, you can move to it.
Yeah. He's doing this because that's how we dance. But you guys, you should list some of your genres.
What genres of what?
Mexican music. Your music.
What, rancheras and
Yeah.
cumbias and
Cumbias is like the Selena.
yeah, she has some cumbias. And there's different type of cumbias. There's what, salsas and
Cha-cha.
yeah. Well, no, cha-cha's more North American.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they do the like the merengue,
The reggaeton.
reggaeton. Yeah, they do reggaeton.
Mexicans, that's Mexican reggaeton, right? Am I right? Okay.
Well, I mean, it's all there. I mean,
Chapacales music.
huh?
You said chapacales?
Tropicales.
Chapacales
Yeah.
music? Yes. And,
You got Spanish pop.
yeah. What are the old, the older music that you had me listen to, like the older sad music? What are those?
Oh, those were like, yeah, those are rancheras
Rancheras,
and boleros.
boleros.
Like Eddie Gourmet and Los Panchos. Yeah, that's the one.
When I listen to those, I just make up words. When I get drunk, remember? When I get drunk, I'll be like, I mean, you don't even know what I was saying. But at least I'm trying to sing along.
Yeah.
Well, the one that you usually put is, what was his name?
Oh, Juan Gabriel?
Yeah, Juan Gabriel. That's one.
Yeah.
What's that lady's name that was like, she was singing a really, really sad song?
Which one? Oh, you're talking about Durga?
It was that lady, and then, you know what, that older lady, and then she had a flower, and then she was just like singing really sad.
Yeah, it's a sad song. It's called, oh, what is that song? Because I put it on for you last time you were there at the house.
Yeah. So that's the kind of music. That's the kind of music I always hear near here, because there's a lot of Mexicans that live near where we live, and they blast those kind of musics. They're the rancheria.
No, they're called rancheras and...
Rancheras. The rancheras music. Yeah.
norteñas.
Norteñas. So the difference between our music is your guys is more passionate and about love. a lot about love. Ours is more about nature. Like, there's a song, my grandpa's favorite song. Rest in peace, Grandpa. He passed away in 2008. He actually had a song called. I actually played it for you.
You
It's
did.
Dog Bo Tong. Dog Bo Tong, and Dog Bo Tong is Dog Bo is the lily pad flower, and Tong means gold. So it's a gold lily pad flower. That's what it means.
Yeah.
So that's what we talk about. We talk about nature. We talk about we have a lot of pride in our country as well in Laos. So we talk about Laos, nature in Laos. All the love songs are Thai songs. My mom says a lot of these love songs that, Lao people listen to are the Thai songs. And then when she said when she was growing up, when she was in Laos, when she was what she was listening to in the radio was Thai songs, and she was listening to love songs. So we're gonna do the smash or pass, and we're gonna end this soon for the podcast. So I have a list here, and you may know.
We're still
this.
going to do the smash and pass?
Yeah, the Spanish version. Okay, and we're gonna do it just for you.
My nuggets are hurting me now.
So I'm gonna have you see the pictures and hold up the sign. Michael Pena.
You like him, but that's a pass.
I've seen him in a couple of movies.
Huh?
Yeah, I've seen him in a couple
Yeah, you
of
like
movies.
him. I don't.
What's about Demian Bichar?
I don't know who that is. That's a pass.
Look at the image.
Yeah, that's a pass.
You don't like older men?
To you?
Some older men.
Unless they have,
but I did
they have this, no?
No, I did do the
You did do
the
one
Don't
before?
Rush. No,
Oh.
the Don't Rush challenge with the Silver Fox edition, and they were all hot old men. So I would do the second one, the third one. No, the third one in the video.
Look at you.
What about Oscar Isaac?
He's Hispanic? Yeah. You should smash him.
Okay, smash. What about Catalina Sandino Moreno?
No,
She's from Colombia.
no. I like Colombian women dark. With curly hair.
Okay. What about Gina Rodriguez? There's no picture. Oh,
Yeah,
she's
is right there.
she's from the Virgin one.
The virgin one.
Jane the Virgin.
Yeah, she's cute.
Smash. Gail Garcia Bernal.
No.
I got Hobbit. No. Diego Luna.
No.
I would smash.
You would? Okay, Nikki would smash. Definitely.
Sofia Vergara.
Oh, yeah. Smash that. She's a Colombian, I think.
Yeah, she's absolutely Colombian.
She's
Yes.
fine.
Salma Hayek.
Oh, yeah. I like that little morsel.
She is actually, yeah, she's straight from Mexico.
Yeah, but she's Lebanese or something like that.
Yeah, her father, yeah, Lebanese descendant. She's half Lebanese.
But you see, we have everything in Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, even Lupita, what's her name? Is Mexican.
Who?
Lupita, she's the black actress.
Who?
Lupita, well, I don't know her last name. She came in 12 Years a Slave.
Oh,
She's Mexican.
she has Spanish in her.
Huh? No, she's Mexican. She was born in Mexico. He's
Oh.
Mexican.
Okay, we're gonna end this short. With this, we're gonna end this podcast short. Make sure you guys go to Nikki Say It Now YouTube channel and click on the subscribe button and notification bell for that channel. And for this channel, click on the subscribe to this channel as well. Hit the notification bell, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to be posting these episodes on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And yeah, so whenever you are at work or whenever you're on the road and you don't have time to watch me, you could also listen to me in your car on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So for Android users, it's Spotify. For Apple users, it's Apple Podcasts. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I have another guest. I'm trying to get guests lined up for my podcast, and I'm trying to find new guests. So if you guys know of content creators or musicians that want to get interviewed, anybody who is an entrepreneur that has online stores that would love for me to promote them, make sure you guys go and message me on my social medias. Nikki Say It Now. I have a Facebook page, Nikki Say It Now, Instagram page, Nikki Say It Now, Twitter page, Nikki Say It Now.
She's on
I
all
am,
over.
yes. And I have a TikTok, Nikki Say It Now as well, so go follow my
You had a
TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah, I do little reactions on
Oh.
TikTok. And so, make sure you guys go follow all my social medias. I will be on Twitch. All the gamers out there, I'm going to be playing Phasmophobia. Any gamers out there that know of Phasmophobia, I am obsessed with that game, and I will be playing on Twitch very soon. And I'll see you guys in the next video, in the next podcast, with a different guest, or by myself.
By yourself.
Yes. Okay, I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.